What is your competitive advantage? What is the thing that helps you stand out more than anything? It's not going well. It's not mind-blowing, but it's good, and Yogi Bear is here. Well, that was fast. I got kicked out of there. I have been carrying a darkness with me ever since I went to this place. Hey, this is Double Negative, a photography podcast with Will Malone. With your host, me, the titular Will Malone. In this episode, I want to talk about why making content is just so hard in 2025. And also I want to talk about the darkness I've been carrying in me ever since visiting a certain desolate roadside attraction. So that place over there, it's called the Pedro's Pleasure Orb, or Pleasure Dome. Pedro's Pleasure Dome, which normally I stay away from places that have the word pleasure in them. But today I can't help but wonder what's going on in the Pleasure Dome. But first, abandoned shopping cart of the week. This abandoned shopping cart was hiding in a bush next to an abandoned motel. I don't know where it came from. No stores in sight. Yeah, just found it in this bush. So there you go. You can get some of my abandoned shopping cart photos as postcards over at willmalone.com. And I also dropped a new postcard pack with some of my favorite photos from 2025 as well. So postcards, recession-proof photography. Great way to support Double Negative. We really appreciate it. But you can also save money and support the Double Negative experiment by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. But let's get to the topic at hand. I'm going to be totally real with you guys. The travel channel that I discussed in last week's episode, not going well. It's not going well. I'm having struggles with how to go about it. Remember last week I talked about my goal for having a separate channel from this one was to make a travel channel about the place as opposed to about taking photos of the place. This is the problem with a lot of travel photography stuff is a lot of times it's about the photography aspect and not about the place they're going, even though photography itself is a storytelling tool. But there's a big problem with me doing that. And this bumps into the issue that comes with making content that stands out in 2025, which is I can't resist the urge to take photos. They gave me this number here, so I guess I'm waiting until my number gets called. I can't do it. In fact, I shot some travel videos. I went and had a day trip where I went to a couple places in order to shoot a couple videos just to see how this feels, just to see how Will Malone as a travel YouTuber feels. And I've done travel content before, but it's been around photography largely. And so I was going to try to see if I could separate the photography aspect from the travel, but I couldn't do it. It just didn't work. That said, I did get some very good Polaroids out of it. I got some good Polaroids. I got some good photos out of it. So it did work out from a photography standpoint because I couldn't resist the urge to make it photography related in some way because I was going to interesting places. Now this gets to the biggest question that we must ask ourselves when making content. Like if you are wanting to make a YouTube channel, if you are wanting to have your photography stand out, you have to ask yourself this question. Unfortunately, you do, or think about it in different terms, which is what is your competitive advantage? What is the thing that helps you stand out more than anything? Like, what is your unique thing that you can do that either no one else or not many other people can? What do you have access to? What's one of your skills? What's just something that you have a leg up on that no one else does? And mine, unfortunately, is that I'm pretty good at photography. I'm good at photography. I like photography. I've been doing it for a long time. I'm good at it. I can make compelling Polaroids and digital photos and film. And I like going to weird places and taking photos of it. That's all I've done for the past 15 years. So it's hard for me to go do something adjacent to this that is not photography related, because photography is kind of my thing. It's kind of my competitive advantage. And I have other interests. I've thought about making a channel talking about movies, but I enjoy movies so much that I don't want to turn it into like just a content mine, right? So this is the biggest struggle, is identifying your uniqueness and then leaning on it without getting sick of it, right? Like that's part of it too, is like, maybe you're good at something, but maybe you like being good at that thing because you haven't turned it into some sort of work. But unfortunately for me, it's like photography is how I make my living. So it's kind of, I've gotten over that part. But trying to make something that doesn't have photography in it means I'm starting something new, and it's taking extra brain space. By making something not related necessarily to photography that I was kind of starting from scratch, felt like just continuing old patterns of mine, which is that for some reason, I always try to escape my own shell by trying to be something I'm not, because it's like I see what I'm doing and I'm like, that's not good enough. I've been going down the rabbit hole of like a lot of like travel YouTube stuff, and a lot of it is terrible, but it gets tons of views. And so I'm like, man, I'm just working too hard over here. I make this weekly podcast. I'm editing this 40-minute video every week. I'm taking a lot of photos for it. I'm talking about stuff I've learned. I've done all this stuff. And I'm like, this person just went out with a GoPro and they don't even have charisma of any kind. They don't even understand like how to keep people entertained, and yet they have 50,000 views on a video. I was like, oh, well, I can at least do that in a better version. But I just couldn't find the passion for it within me. I just couldn't find the excitement. It helps when I go somewhere I'm interested in, and it helps give me excitement, but I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. And because I was trying to separate it from this thing I love called photography, it just didn't work. But I have good news for you. I'm not just going to talk about my failures and how I tried this travel thing and it didn't work. I'm not just going to do that. I'm going to let you reap the benefits of my failures in this episode, because I filmed all of it. I am in Hartsville, South Carolina. So there it is. Here we are. Okay, so this is an interesting place. I was reading about this place, and essentially back in the 60s, a guy named Hugh, I don't remember his name, not important, but a guy in the 60s wanted to start a franchise, and celebrity endorsements were huge back then. And so he wanted to find somebody like Jackie Gleason to endorse his honey fried chicken restaurant. And that didn't happen, but he was able to license the Hanna-Barbera character Yogi Bear, and it started growing into a actually pretty successful franchise until Hardee's bought it. I think they bought it for like $1 million. Hardee's, there's actually one down the road over here. And turns out they only wanted the honey fried chicken recipe. They didn't actually want the restaurant, the franchise. So the franchise kind of started to dissolve over time once Hardee's got what they wanted. But yeah, this is the last Yogi Bear's honey fried chicken restaurant, and I'm about to try it. How's it going? I'll get the 3-piece Cindy Bear, just regular.
What, 2 side items?
I get 2 side items?
Yes, sir.
I'll get French fries and mac and cheese.
You need to add a drink?
Yeah, that'd be great.
You doing cash or card?
Card. Yeah, we got Yogi Bear posters. Awesome. Thank you.
I want to get a review.
There we go. Cindy Bear's dinner. Honey fried chicken. Dang. No healthy food in sight. But that's how you want it. Alright. Alright. You gonna watch me eat this? Is that how we're doing this? Alright. Alright, I guess we're doing it. Tastes like fried chicken. Okay, so Yogi Bear's honey fried chicken. I ate it. Tasted like fried chicken, you know? Good. It was very juicy, very tender. I didn't pick up any notes of honey or anything. No honey to be found. Maybe Hardee's squeezed out the honey part of the recipe, I don't know. But it was still a very interesting experience. This is clearly like a neighborhood hangout, kind of a community place. It feels like a super niche version of like the last Blockbuster or something. Just like this cool little piece of history of this chain and this little cartoon character that probably Gen Z doesn't even know anything about anymore. So yeah, I would say, you know, if you're driving through Hartsville, South Carolina, get some good fried chicken. It's good fried chicken. It's not mind-blowing, but it's good, and Yogi Bear is here. Now, listen, the chicken was fine. I unfortunately wasn't able to insert fake enthusiasm that a lot of like travel YouTube content does, because it was good. It just wasn't great, but I don't want to like slander this small business by being like, you know, it's not that good. But I can't help but be blunt about it if I'm not into it. So it just felt like a dud. I didn't love how that wrapped up, and I was like, this isn't good. That was the first sign. It wasn't good. I just felt like I couldn't wrap it up in a satisfying way. But that's nothing compared to this other place. I don't even know. I still don't even know how to tackle this other place I went. Like I said, I have been carrying a darkness with me ever since I went to this place. Like I was telling somebody, if you remember the Brady Bunch episode where they go to Hawaii, and I think it's like Bobby or something, like takes like a cursed tiki from a cave, which, you know, as somebody growing up in Hawaii, number one, I never saw a cursed tiki. Number two, a little offensive. But again, Brady Bunch, it was in the 60s or 70s or whenever, so, you know, I'll give him a pass. But kind of offensive. But after that point, when he takes the tiki on his Hawaiian vacation, just he has a lot of bad luck. A lot of bad stuff happens. And I feel like ever since I visited this dark, empty void of a roadside attraction on the border of North Carolina and South Carolina, something's just been off. Something's been different. I've been carrying something with me. It's like It Follows, except, you know, I didn't sleep with anybody. It's like, it's with me. But that's right. I went to, for my sins, south of the border, the famous roadside attraction known for being very empty but still in business somehow. There's the giant sombrero. There's the Mexico shop. Today, where I'm going, or where I've gone, is to this giant sombrero. That's right. I'm at south of the border. I've heard about this place. I've never been. My wife, who's from South Carolina, told me it's a wild place. It's interesting for sure. You'll definitely see a lot of stuff there. And boy, is she right. I don't even know where to start. Go to this Mexico shop here. So let's see what's going on here. Close enough, William. Okay. This is almost overwhelming. Like, I don't even know what to say about this place. There's just so much stuff. Where the hell indeed? Where the hell indeed? Good. What do we think? Should I get it? No? I don't know. I thought sombreros would be more comfortable than that. Okay, so that was definitely something. Just tons of souvenirs, crazy, I don't even know what, pottery, ponchos, sombreros, hats around the world. I'm honestly just overwhelmed. And I'm underwhelmed by how few people are here. There's like no one here. There's truly like no one here. It's very odd. Very unsettling. Okay, well, I see a sign for a reptile lagoon. I think that's probably our next stop. Okay, we've made it to the reptile lagoon. How's it going?
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so it cost $8 to come to the reptile lagoon. We'll see if it's worth it. None of them are moving a muscle. These could almost be statues. Never seen creatures so still in my life. Okay. This is the American crocodile. He's moving. See that? He moved. So at least that one's real. At least that alligator is real. Oh, these guys are cuddling. This is the most action I've seen all day. What? What are you? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What are you? This guy's like prehistoric or something. Look at that. Alligator snapping turtle. Yeah, that's what those giant big old jaws are for. Use the bathroom, but walked out into this really weird room. Strange. Gotta get a postcard. Always got to get some postcards everywhere you go. You can send them to people. You can keep them in a box for your like kids or grandkids later, but it's always worth buying a bunch of postcards. And these were like the cheapest postcards I've ever bought. 12 for $1. Crazy. So the Reptile Lagoon, that was something for sure. Definitely something. Okay, so brought my Polaroid with me, of course. Just felt like it would be a good way to document what I'm seeing here, which I'm still not quite sure what it is I'm seeing here. I'm about to walk across the road on this sky bridge type situation, kind of like you'd see in Las Vegas or something. And we were just there. Unreal. Here we are.
I had a good one. See you a little later. Thank you, baby. Oh,
Okay. I guess this is the Pleasure Dome. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, well that was fast. I got kicked out of there. I went and saw the pool and they were like, no go. If you're taking pictures, get out of here. So I was like, can I take one shot? And she's like, take all the pictures you want outside, but don't come inside. So that's fine. This is cool though. There's the Pleasure Dome. So security got onto me again for taking pictures outside, even though the initial security person said I could take all the pictures I want outside, but not inside. And then another person came out and said, you can't take pictures outside. And I said, well, she told me I could take all the pictures I want outside. And then another guy rolled up and he's like, hey man, you can't be taking pictures around here. I'm like, okay. So I think I'm safe to just like kind of wander and look at stuff, but as far as going inside places, I mean, stores, restaurants, you know, it's just an odd place. It's an interesting and odd place, but the owners don't want you to go and take pictures inside, which, you know, I understand. But I was outside, like they said, and still got in trouble. So I don't really know. Now everybody's watching me, like security is following me around. But hey, public restrooms. That hotel and pool was very cool inside, as you could probably see in the video. You got to see it for a second. It's very cool inside. It had a very like retro vibe. So I did get footage of it, but I tried to get a cool photo because, you know, photography, but I wasn't fast enough. I came very close to hitting the button, but didn't make it before they yelled at me. So it's okay. So security is pretty tight here from what I can tell, which I guess makes sense because it's empty, so I stick out like a sore thumb. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Security's all over me. They don't like me, but that's fine. Every once in a while I get kicked out of places, you know, because not that I'm ever trying to be malicious with photography or ever trying to be shady or anything. I'm curious. Sometimes I go in with my camera. I'm not really paying attention to the fact that maybe I shouldn't be there, and doors are unlocked. You know, I don't feel any like, I didn't feel any like I was being devious or anything, and I just go in. And then I just got kicked out of the Pleasure Dome. Like I stumbled into something, like I don't know. It was like I stumbled into something just that I wasn't supposed to be there for. And of course, for none of these interactions, I had my camera recording, of course, because I'm an idiot. But the point of coming to a place like this is to photograph it. And maybe I shouldn't have walked in to a hotel lobby and started taking pictures. Fair. But they still, so there's something about the Pleasure Dome that I triggered. I don't know what it is. So don't go take pictures of the Pleasure Dome. There's something going on there. Also, I bought 12 postcards for $1. Now listen, we're having tariffs, recession, all kinds of stuff, inflation, raising prices. I don't know in what universe a printer can print postcards for that allow a business to mark them up to 10 cents per card. It was like 10 cents per postcard, 12 for $1. And that's weird, dude. That's so weird. Postcards are like upwards of like $2 to $3 now. Like, it's just, I don't know. Doesn't make sense. Got a haul of great postcards, though. I mean, you know, I've already sent some to friends because this place is so ridiculous. And then, you know, as I started walking around, I started getting followed around by this, like, security guard. Like, I could just see, like, I just felt like I was being watched at that point. And it wasn't fun anymore. But it was fine because that place is creepy and I don't understand it. And they built a Buc-ee's down the road from it. So I know for a fact they're definitely not getting a ton of business now. And yet they just still are around. So, you know, I'm not really going to speculate on what kind of like weirdness is going on at south of the border, but it's weird. It's a weird place. It makes me feel bad. I don't like it. I don't want to go back. You know, somewhere, you know, there's some guy that's going to do a YouTube deep dive documentary and figure out what's going on there. Maybe somebody needs to do that. It's not going to be me though. So just purely travel stuff. Not going well. Here's the deal. I'm a photographer. I love photography. I love going to weird places. I think I would have probably enjoyed going to south of the border more if I was okay with just making a plain old travel photography video and not trying to reinvent the wheel. It was a good experiment. It got me to think about, and maybe I can take some things that I learned from this experiment of focusing on the place and how to reorient my photography and make you feel like you're there with me. I think the GoPro is actually a really good tool for that, and I think I really like using the GoPro for my travel videos going forward. But the fact is, here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to make a second travel channel like I was, but it's going to be double negative on the road. It's just going to be a double negative travel channel. And so you're going to have your double negative podcast and you're going to have your double negative travel channel. And we're just going to go on photo trips every so often. And I probably can't do it every week for the time being, but we're just going to do it. We're just going to do it. Screw it. We're going to do Polaroids on the road. We're going to do Nikon ZF on the road. We're going to do maybe some 35 millimeter again when I feel like I want to pay $40 per roll. Sure. And that's developing and cost, not, you know, I'm not buying them for $40 a roll. You get it. So yeah, we're just going to simplify this. We're just going to lean in to what I like to do. And fortunately from this experiment, from going to Yogi Bear's Honey Fried Chicken and south of the border, while it was a tremendously strange day and a lot of driving, because I just did it all in a day, I'm really happy with a lot of the photos and Polaroids I got from it. Some weird stuff. It's a weird place. Both weird places, but cool, you know. Yogi Bear Fried Chicken, if you like good fried chicken, go there. You know, it wasn't like mind-blowing, but it's good fried chicken. Honestly, I don't know around here where I'd get good fried chicken except like a Meat and Three place, but Meat and Three sucks. Meat and Three's terrible. Guys, like, that's the worst part about the Southeast, is that people think Meat and Three is good. Meat and Three is like cafeteria food. It's like I could go to like the local hospital and go to the cafeteria, and that's like a Meat and Three. You know, it's like school lunch line food. Anyways, don't need to go down that rabbit hole. Watch out. I may start a food criticism channel here soon. So we've got to be careful. But really, no. Making content in 2025, it's complicated. It's a lot. You got to dig into your soul and figure out who you are and what's unique about you and just lean on it. And if it doesn't work, you just kind of have to tool around with how to get it to work. And me, I'm a manic, crazy person. We know this. I've been podcasting for a really long time. You've seen this. You know how crazy I am. And some days I'm like, I just don't, I do this full time. I think about quitting photography almost daily. I feel like, I wake up quite often thinking, man, it'd be a lot easier if I could hang all this up and go work in a factory, which, who knows, might be possible here soon in 50 years, right? Actually, wait, no. I live in the southeast of the United States. There's tons of factories. This whole place is freaking manufacturer city. It's crazy. There's tons of factories around here. Goodness gracious. I know tons of people that worked in factories. It's like, anyways, I'm going into a dark place that I fully hold south of the border responsible for this, putting this darkness on my soul, and I got to figure out how to excise it somehow. So, we'll figure that out. Stay tuned for Double Negative on the road. I think the first video is going to be my cross-country road trip, which is happening in a few weeks. And, we'll go from there. But, so just lock in. We're going to keep doing this podcast because I love it. I just love it. I love talking to you guys. I love ranting to the camera. I love replying to your comments, even if I vehemently disagree with your, different political stances and stuff. That's fine. I am related to people I disagree with their political stances. I'm friends with people I disagree with various stances. I don't care. It doesn't matter. None of it matters. Anyways, we're starting to snowball here. Okay. Thanks for watching. You can follow me on Instagram at Will Malone. You can follow my Polaroid Instagram account at Everyday Instant. You can subscribe to my weekly newsletter for free, Double Negative Dispatch on Substack, but now I'm doing paid content where I'm dropping posts with stories from the archives. By the time you are listening to this, I have dropped a paid post about a Florida road trip I took in 2020, which is still one of my favorite road trips I've taken to this day. So maybe a good, preamble to prep for Double Negative on the road coming up soon on YouTube channel. That channel does exist, by the way, already. So you can go ahead and subscribe preemptively so you're ready to, see what there is to see. But again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you, and I will see you again very soon.